mattered most to the casuals was football and fighting and looking great. And the music was there, but it was on the back burner. It wasn't so much of a major thing.
A lot of them would look to kind of the old R&B, Northern Soul, things like that. But it wasn't a music they were producing a lot themselves, so there wasn't a specific sound. The casual movement, although obviously a love of style, and if you like style, you like music, because music is style. I looked around my dressing room and I thought, some of the guys are wearing similar sort of gear to what are seen to be casuals, so I wanted to find out a little bit more. And one of the routes in was actually finding out about the band Accent, because they were, inverted commas, a casual band.
And then we thought, well, why don't someone sort of link casuals and music, and we could say we're a casual band, and then we'd get loads of publicity from it. And the number one person we thought would contact him was Gary Bushell.
I wasn't going out looking for a casual band. I didn't try and create a casual band. That wasn't what it was at all. But I did have my ear to the ground, and I was interested in anything new. And the word came back about this band called Accent. I mean, Accent were a real thing. They weren't an imposed thing. They weren't a fake band trying to be just cash in on it. They really were casuals. The first review appeared in Sounds as the first review of everything appeared in Sounds in those days.
From that, we got loads of publicity from it, from all the papers, Enemy, The Face. Well, every paper under the sun wanted to write about us. But because Sounds was primarily a rock paper, they hated it. They had letters, pages of letters, like slagging us off and saying, "What on earth are you doing, putting these blokes in smart jumpers and tracksuits on your cover for?" They just couldn't relate to it.
So I tried quite a few times to go and actually get to see Accent, but for whatever reasons, we were away on a Friday night, and then I found out that they were playing live here before one of the games, and I thought, well, at last I'll get to see them. By the time I got out, they'd finished.
We knew Chelsea had just got promoted, and they were having a sort of promotion party. So anyway, we walked into the ground, and back then, unlike now, there was just a little sort of office tucked away. I think it was over behind there somewhere. No security whatsoever. And we just walked in and said, "Oh, we're a local band. You've got your promotion party coming up. Would there be any chance we could play on the pitch?" And just through the couple of doors away or whatever was Ken Bates, and he sort of overheard it. He was the chairman at the time. And he goes, yeah, of course you can. Yeah, just leave all your details with the receptionist, and we'll contact you, or you contact us, and we'll sort it all out, no problem whatsoever. And that was it. That was him okaying it. And then he sort of walked off. We never saw him ever again. We played 5 tracks. We Are Lost, that was our single that we brought out, and that was our signature tune. We always said to people that we started at stadiums and worked our way down. Started off playing at 20,000 and worked our way down to playing about 10 people in a pub. So it's definitely our highlight. We're up there with U2 basically, playing stadiums. And none of us got anything in common with Bono. Pat Nevin wrote about us at the time because he was like our hero, of that time. Well, we're footballer interested in music. And total honour all the way through.
And they were an interesting band. They were better than I think their chart lack of performance suggests. They operated out of West London, at Shepherd's Bush, out of around the great clothes shop Stewart's, which wasn't the only casual shop, but it was the only one in West London.
We thought, well, why don't we go to Stewart's? Nothing to lose. Ask him. We're in a band. You could be our manager. Thinking we could get clothes off him for nothing, and that is what happened. So. Part of our sort of cheekiness, we set up this. It was upstairs at this pub in Fulham called the King's Head, which is just like a music venue in the local area, and we called it the Casual Beat Club, when literally it was just the room upstairs that they used for private parties and things. We had a chalkboard at the back and we wrote Casual Beat on it or something, and we had a few casuals come down that, a few girls basically, which was quite nice. Of course, it's always a bonus, isn't it?
What really ruined it for them was timing. Because at the time they came out and were identified as being this casual band, this label name band, all of the smarter people in London had started to move away from that that brand identity thing. They just sort of had enough of it because it was getting too popular. And when it gets too popular, if you're an elitist, the fashion elitist, you want to move on to something else.
It was always looking for a way out of where you grew up. Music always seemed like an option to just an opportunity, you know, to do something different and not end up sort of working 9 to 5 and, you know, in some dead-end job or whatever, you know. So it really was like, oh, let's give it a go, form a band, you know, because we love music.